And in terms of, I don't know how, we don't need to get into specific figures here. There is, it is known that the NXT guys sometimes get a short of the deal when it comes to merchandising versus the main roster guys. Things like action figures, video games. How different is the deals in terms of royalties when, say, you have an action figure as an NXT guy or you're in the video game as an NXT guy versus once you even hit the main roster?
Actually, for the merchandise, it's exactly the same. It's 5%. Okay. The standard deal for anyone under a WWE contract for merchandise is 5%. If you're in a multi-man, shall we say, unit, a tag team, whatever, you get, it's basically, that 5% is split amongst the members. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So for example, like me and English, we each got 2.5% of our t-shirt sales because the t-shirt represented both of us, whereas the Wyatt family would have gotten 33% each.
Okay, and that would be the same for the action figures as well.
Yeah, action figures, same thing. We get 5%. We get 5% for that as well, I believe. And I think that's the standard across the board for all merch. The video game is a separate thing because you're actually not paid by WWE for that. You're paid by 2K. So in the case of the 2K thing, you get a flat rate and then royalties after that, and that's all based on the game sales. Like I know with the because I was actually, I don't know if anyone else talked about that. I know I talked about that in the last interview I did about the NXT guys for the video game this past time through, and it was just because there were so many people. I think this was the largest roster they've ever had. It was almost I think it was about 200 guys.
There's 200 people on the roster, yeah.
200 people, yeah. So
I believe, or give or take.
What they told the guys who were going to be the DLC for the NXT stuff was you have two choices. You can accept $3,000 and no royalties, or not be in the game. And that was, I think, them and the 205 Live guys got the same
That's
deal.
what I did hear about 205 Live guys. They just got a flat fee and there was no royalties attached to it. And then, obviously, the main roster guys got whatever. The Legends, they have their own contract. But then, when you were in, you were in 2K16 or 17?
16 and 17, and actually we got paid the standard rate. I got paid the same amount for 16 as for 17, actually.
And you're still getting royalties on that as well.
Yes. Yeah, I just got, I don't know if I'll get them again, because obviously the video games, the promise of the video game sales are going to be within the first 3 months, and then there'll be the secondary, like the bargain bin type sales for the second 3 months. You rarely see anything after that, and if you do, it's like a couple $100. It's not really a whole lot, but yeah.
And as far as the royalties goes, for things like the DVDs and things like that, because that's one thing that somebody like Austin Aries was talking about being not on the WrestleMania DVD.
I don't know. Like I know that was the thing that's been said. I don't know how much money that would actually work out to be perfectly honest. Just because obviously I was only on one WrestleMania. And
you were in the Battle Royal.
In the Battle Royal, yeah. And that was not going to be on the DVD anyway, so I'm not getting paid for that. But it's that sort of thing where I couldn't really speak to the amount of money that he would have theoretically made off the DVD. DVD sales are so almost passé that I feel like that's kind of a moot point nowadays.
For